about it. Let's talk about the manager. Let's do the manager update.
Yeah.
Neil Thompson is now 2-1 or on the odds. So he has moved right in line. Coleman's dropped down. He's now second favourite. Keane's third. Before we talk about Thompson, I just want to tell you a link that's coming at fourth on the odds. Right? Comment if you know this guy. Henk 10 Kate.
Oh, I'm glad you're doing this one.
Last managed in the Saudi League. Was an assistant at Barcelona from 2003 to 2006. Managed Ajax for a year after that. He won their version of the FA Cup and the Community Shield. Then he went on to be Chelsea assistant for a year before he did a league hop like Carlos did. He's fourth in line. I don't know where it's come from, but he last managed in the Saudi League, and he is fourth on favourite to be Wednesday's next manager at the minute. So, if you want that guy...
Please don't, because I struggle to say that name all the time. I just know him as Henk.
Henk could be fine. That's fine. But yeah, just thought we'd keep you updated on what the new manager rumours are, and that is on the odds. Henk has climbed the table, but at the top is Neil Thompson getting the job. Right. This is obviously a situation of what happened at Millwall we don't know at the time of recording this video.
Yeah.
You will. You are future people. But do we stand in a position to give him a short-term deal? What do you feel on the short-term deal to the end of the season?
I think it makes sense because at the minute you've got those players playing some of the best football we've seen this season, to be honest with you, and they're looking happy. I don't think the idea of bringing someone in to disrupt that is a good idea. It screams a little bit of the Stuart Gray situation we had, where Gray took over, players started playing better, and results started to come. And we started to look good, so we thought, you know what, let's just give it in for now. He already knows the club, he knows the people, he's already here, let's just go down that route. But now, I think it makes sense to give him a short-term deal because anyone that's looking to come to the club, every person... like it said, this person might come. Everyone has said it's a short-term deal to the end of the season. So I don't see the point of having to have someone in for a short term to then pay them off again at the end of it if you're done and dusted, if they don't do well. He's already doing what we're doing. We're already looking a lot better. Christ, he's playing simple tactics. He did a 4-4-2. It's like, I ain't seen that in a Wednesday team in a long time.
I kind of sit on the line of, I get what you're saying with the short-term deal, but the pessimist in me goes, as soon as you give him that short-term deal, and I've seen it so many times, the players will start to down tools a little bit again, and it'll fall off. Because for some reason, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. It could be the fact that he's giving them more freedom, or whatever it is, but at the minute, it's working, just keeping it in limbo.
Yeah.
Until the results start to dip, keep it in limbo because we can't afford to give him a short-term deal and then it fall off the edge of the cliff, you know?
Yeah.
Because also a case of he's already employed at the club. So I don't even know if you need to give him a short-term deal, so to speak. But even if you say he's going to be the manager till the end of the season and then we're going to look for somebody in the summer.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't think they should say it.
No, it should be something... Do you reckon it's something that might have been said behind closed doors kind of thing to him? Or
well, I don't know, because we were hearing links, very credible links, of short-term deals being offered to managers as of last week and as of transfer deadline day. So I think that Chansiri is still looking, but you can't argue with the results. What you can argue with, and this is the one side I will take, and watch this be completely outdated now, but the only worry I have when watching Coventry, and that's the only thing I can take worries from Neil Thompson's performance, his form table has us top of the league, joint top of the league on form table since Pulis left. That's mental, right? But he seems to not have a plan B if plan A ain't working. Plan A's worked every time so far. And in Bournemouth, we got the last minute goal, right? They equalised and I was like, oh, has he got this? The plan B he doesn't have is games where we seem to not be able to get anything out of it. Coventry, when they were shutting us out and they were playing that scrappy game, they were playing that scrappy game. We weren't taking it to them. We couldn't get anywhere in it, you know. And then they started getting the goals. And I worry that there's not a plan B for those situations. That is my only concern because we've got a lot of those coming up. Right? We've got Wickham coming up.
Yeah.
We got
Swansea.
Yeah.
Wickham, Swansea.
We'll talk about them a little bit later on.
Check
the full podcast out and make sure you're checking all the full podcast out if this has
broken
out at all.
For me, is that this is the first time in a very long time we've actually played well after Christmas.
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yeah, no, I said that the other day.
You said that last week. You said that last podcast where every Christmas, it normally would be, we have a really good Boxing Day New Year, and then it just plummets. Something happened. But this is weird.
Maybe that's why he brought Pulis on and then sacked him after 45 days because it's Christmas. You got to go now. We don't have this. But then again, that's not worked in the past. But yeah, we are. What's unfortunate for us at this current situation is we need Neil to keep us consistent and keep us performing because all the other teams that were doing badly have started to get results and started to claw their way out of it, which obviously impacts us massively. I think he's a likeable bloke. Is a likeable bloke enough to give him the deal if the results start to drop, though? No, I don't think it is.
No.
So, but for now, I'm quite happy. Like, his results are up there. And while the results are, I just say leave it in limbo. People might disagree with that, but for me, you leave it in limbo until things start to sour or things start to get so good that you've got to give him the deal, right? If he just keeps winning and we're out of the relegation zone, he deserves the contract and he deserves a shot at it.
It's that stupid thing. It's based on result business. And I think I read a stat somewhere where it said we hadn't had like back-to-back home wins like 2016 or something daft like that. Kind of thing.
I wouldn't be surprised by any awful stat for Wednesday at the minute. But I definitely want to see the results carry on. I'm loving it. I'm shocked every week. Every match day, I'm like, what? What's happening?
But we're also playing decent football while that's happening at the same time, which is interesting.
The one thing I really want to say about Neil Thompson is when we perform under him, we tend to attack when we've got one goal up. He's realised that we do bottle, and there's a mentality in this team. If we're trying to hold on, it collapses at the last second. Take that with Bournemouth, where we scored in the last minute. Instead of settling for the draw in the last minute, we were still pushing, and we scored in the last minute. We are fighting under him, and I like that, which is why I do want to see him given a chance, but maybe not officially, because I kind of believe that's when things start to fall apart.
I'll be a little bit dating myself here, because we used to do it when we used to have like Sean McCauley come in as the assistant. He'd have a good run as assistant, then we'd bring a new manager in, and then it would work to a point, but then it would go down. It's one of these ones where football's result business. Are we getting the results at the minute? Yes. Is he winning games? Yes. Is the time where we need another plan B? Yeah, but at the minute, he's doing the business and we're winning games, and that's all we need right now.
No, definitely. This is one of the ones I definitely want to know what people's thoughts are. Are you, because you're obviously going to be happy with results, but what are your thoughts on Thompson till the end of the season? Let us know in whatever comment section you've got available. Across the podcast services, everything we can see. All the comments, so give us a shout. Well, most of them.
Some kind of having, what's the word? Consistency. It would be nice where they know what's happening. Kind of thing.
But they seem to be doing well without it. So long may it continue.